Hey everybody, Sarah Grillo here, responding to a question taken on my channel from a mid-career professional. Hi Sarah, thank you much for providing such an amazing channel and service. You're welcome, and please share my videos if you love me. In my mid to late 30s and in the early stages of a finance career, I was in the military for a number of years and about to complete a statistics undergrad, and I'm also appearing the end of 1 year actuarial internship. I follow markets religiously. I have a site where I publicly track a quantitative sports betting model I built. I've been invited to a final interview at a very reputable and prestigious asset management firm for a fund manager assistant role, which is essentially an administrative operations and investment support role. Okay, right, yeah. So probably like settling trades and helping to value the portfolio, working with the accountants to make sure the portfolio is balanced and cash in and cash out of the portfolio. I understand. P.S. I haven't been offered yet, but would have to accept almost immediately if I do, and the advice would still apply generally if I pursue similar elsewhere. Okay, so it's not just for this role, it's for any other kind of an opportunity like this. I got that. If I were to do this, my plan would be to do that for a couple of years while I simultaneously pursue either a quantitative master's or the CFA with a view to moving to research, portfolio management, or trading at a later date. Do you think this is a feasible plan, or would background factors such as my age and having worked in investment support preclude me? Thanks so much in advance for any thoughts and advice. Okay, well, I mean, I will be the first one to admit that I think after you get out of that kind of mid-20s kind of an age bracket, it becomes much more difficult to get into an entry-level role. And this is both on your behalf and on behalf of the company as well. Many companies will look at you if you're in your mid to late 30s and compare you against the people that are in their mid to late 20s that are looking at these same kinds of positions and saying, this is a career starter at this point, I'm going to have to pay him or her more. They may be less likely to accept all of the demands of training. They might not be willing to really start over, and I'm not sure this is going to work out. Whereas with a younger person, I mean, what they're probably thinking is, I can work this person harder, they're going to be more responsive, they're going to be more open to what I have to learn. But it's up to you in that interview process to show people that that's not the case. Just keep in mind that every factor has an angle to it. So if you are thinking that if you're thinking that your age is working against you, then find ways to make it work for you. For example, you may have more experience and maturity, maybe be able to. See, I'm not sure exactly what it is that you've done in the past, but I would say the fact that you were in the military perhaps is something that could have taught you diligence and hard work ethic. Sometimes, especially with the millennial generation, and this is globally, what managers tend to complain about is that, millennials maybe don't, they want to do things their own way, and they maybe aren't down with the whole corporate culture in a very formal sense. They like to work from home. They like workplace flexibility. The work culture matters a lot to a millennial generally than someone of a generation X or Y. So, use these factors against you. You've got to get a little bit creative with it. Things are what they are on paper, and you can't change that. But what you can change is how you market, sell, and promote yourself and your advantages, downplaying the disadvantages or spinning them and turning them around and making them seem like advantages. So that's how I would advise you. Does your age and your experience preclude you? It only precludes you if you do a lousy job marketing it. So any other questions, and please let me know. Thanks so much for watching.